So I'm at work right now, but I have just been the most absolutely humbled I have ever been in my entire fucking life. And so there's this kid that I matched with that I thought was really cute. Like, I was literally like obsessed with him. And we were texting for like, I think like a week, maybe like a week and a half. And we were supposed to hang out, and then I got sick, so I was like, no, I'm not really up to it because like I don't feel well. So he was super nice about it, and like whatever. And so then we were texting for like a few more days, and then just like one day he just didn't answer me, so I didn't text him the next day. I was like, whatever, it's fine. So then the next day I was like, you know what, let me try. So I texted him, and he answered literally within a minute. And so I was like, okay, this is a little weird. Like, if you're trying to ghost me, why are you answering so fast? So after that day, we just haven't texted. And so he views my Instagram story today. My entire story. Like, everything. Like, from the thing I just most recently posted, which was probably only like 3 hours ago.
Scan it.
So then I started going through the people who viewed my story. And I was like, oh, like, he's on there. Like, he viewed every single story. Like, let me see what's up. Like, why hasn't he texted me? So then I go on his account, and then it just says follow, and he's private. So not only was I unfollowed, I was also removed. So then I was like, let me go check Tinder, because this is a little crazy. So I go on Tinder, unmatched. And like the crazy bitch I am, I went and I texted, and I was just like, hey, like, whatever. And the text didn't even send. Like, it didn't even say deliver. Like, it just didn't send. So not only have I been blocked, I've been unfollowed, removed. I'm feeling really humbled right now because this never happens to me. So I'm feeling very, very humbled. And on top of it, it's Valentine's Day. It's literally Valentine's Day. Like, are you fucking with me? Like, this is a cruel joke being played on me today.
Why are you wearing all black? It's Valentine's Day.
I don't care about that. You didn't hear Valentine's Day is canceled. Listen, you heard it here first. Valentine's Day is a holiday that people created as a prejudice to oppress single people. The system is fucked up. Yo, let me call Priya to see if she's down to chill. Hey, wanna come over? You're with your man? Since when do you have a man? Can't skip this one Valentine's Day? Alright, fine. Enjoy yourself. Bro, everyone's posting their significant others. Like, who cares? Y'all are getting cheated on anyway. Mom, did you check the mail today? Did you see if I received anything? You know, like a card, maybe flowers? Nothing? Are you sure?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm totally fine.
Of how I got ghosted on Valentine's Day. Okay, so I was dating this guy pretty seriously. We were long distance, and he asked me to be his Valentine, which I was so surprised by, but I was also like, Nelly, don't mess this up. So I agreed. But then a week before, he told me he had to go to Hawaii for a family vacation. And I was like, okay, no problem, because I'd just seen him anyways. And when I tell you we would talk all day, every day, I mean, it was intense. So I figured at minimum on Valentine's Day, I would get a text. And if I'm really being honest, I was expecting flowers or some kind of delivery because this guy was a romantic. So Valentine's Day rolls around and no text, no phone call. So then I start thinking, wait a second, he's on a plane to come see me. And dead ass, I was waiting for my lobby to call me and be like, you have someone here to see you, which is now embarrassing to admit. So 6 o'clock rolls around and I haven't heard a single word from him. And I was shocked. So I go to his Instagram page and I look at his followers, and what do I see? Part 2 of why I hate Valentine's Day. Okay, so I go to his Instagram and I look up his most recent followers, and I'm not even gonna tiptoe around the fact that yes, I am a stalker. And part of why I have no shame in that is because my FBI skill led me to discover 2 girls who were pay for play, who not only happened to be at the exact same resort in Hawaii as him, but were also tagging him in videos. Now, one of the girls, let's just call her Rainbow, was actually referring to the guy I was dating as the love of her life. So naturally, I saw this on Valentine's Day and was completely livid. But that's not even the worst part. This guy had the audacity to text me and say, follow I got ghosted on Valentine's Day, part 3. Okay, so after I found out that the guy I was dating was actually in Hawaii with another girl, a hooker, he texts me and says, hey love, just wanted to check in, wish you were here. And at this point, I'm fuming. Not because I caught him in a lie, but because he actually thought he could pull one over me. But I didn't want to give an emotional reaction and I needed to cool down. So I call up my best friends and I'm like, I need alcohol. And for the record, I'm not even a drinker. There was no way I was going to make it through the night sober. And as if Valentine's Day couldn't get any worse, we go to a restaurant, sit down, and who walks in? My other ex. with his new girlfriend. And of course, the hostess seats them right next to me. So he sees me on Valentine's Day with a burger, chips, pizza. Not cute. I was at the point where I was like, I don't even care. But that's not where the story ends. Follow for posted on Valentine's Day, part 4. Okay, so it's Valentine's Day and I'm at this restaurant with my friends, eating my feelings and drinking away my sorrows because the guy I was dating lied to me and was in Hawaii with another girl. Meanwhile, my other ex is seated next to me with his new girlfriend. And then I see a little notification pop up on my phone. My ex, who was at the restaurant, had the audacity to react to my story. When I tell you that I had lost all faith in men, I'm not kidding. So at this point I decide, let's respond to the guy in Hawaii who had texted me and said that he wished I was there. So I say to him, hope you're having a great time with your family and enjoying the rainbows on the island. Please don't reach out again. Take care. To which he replies, LOL. Which confirmed that he was lying because he didn't act confused or defensive. So I decide, you know what? He needs to be blocked. And for the record, we'd been dating for months and it takes a lot for me to block someone. Well, within 5 minutes, he blocked me on Snapchat and completely ghosted me. Tap that plus sign for how I got ghosted on Valentine's Day. Okay, so after he blocked me on Snapchat, I didn't hear from him for a couple months. But what do I always say? They all come back. Yes, even if they block you and ghost you. So by this point, I had moved on. Then a couple months later, I think in April, I see his name on my phone. And what does he say? Happy Passover. Which, by the way, I'm not even that religious, and neither was he. So I was like, really? You're gonna bring God into this? The audacity. Which is also why I say that holidays are a fuckboy's best friend, because they will use them to poke you. Luckily, I was over him, which is why I say they only miss you when they see you've moved on. Tap that plus sign to follow for more.
Valentine's Day is coming up. You're single and you're sad about it. All I'm asking is why? Fuck Valentine's Day. You know what the real holiday is? The day after Valentine's Day when all the chocolate is heavily discounted, babe. Go buy yourself a factory's worth and call yourself the next Willy Wonka. You're already fine. You don't need a Valentine. Matter of fact, I'll be your Valentine. Happy Valentine's Day, baby. Mwah.
I know you want to self-destruct, and I can't stop you, babe, from blowing up or going down.
Rules for Valentine's Day if you're single. I've spent the last 2 years in a row single on Valentine's Day and taking myself on a date on both occasions, and I feel like I finally mastered how to make the day perfect. First rule, let's get it straight. This is a holiday of love, not relationships. So learn to romanticize it. Now is not the time to start beating yourself up about not having a date. Now is the time to figure out who you want to shower in love and affection on this holiday. Because even if you are single, you are incredibly blessed to have self-love, to have the bestest friends, to have loving family members, the list goes on. This leads us to number 2, act of kindness for anyone. Literally, buy a bouquet of flowers for a stranger on the street. Send a box of chocolates to your girlfriend's house. Spoil your parents or your siblings. And if you do have a date on Valentine's Day, oh my god, please get them a gift. Now we're going to get to making this the perfect day. Galentine's or solo date, pick one. You can go so extra with Galentine's Day. You can get super dressed up, get the best pics, cook a cute meal, host, decorate, super cute. My personal favorite is solo dating. I actually vlogged both times I solo dated on February 14th over the last 2 years if you want to check it out. But yeah, solo date, because you have always been there for you, so you should take yourself out. You deserve it. Next, plan and reservations. It is crucial that you make reservations for whatever these 2 things that you decide to do on Feb 14th, okay? Because it is a priority. You are not allowed to back out or act like it's a casual thing. Because would you back out of an actual date you had on Valentine's Day? No, you wouldn't. You would get fully dressed up for them. You would probably buy a new dress for them. Now you do that for your friends or yourself. And plan-wise, make an extravagant plan. I do this every year. This year on February 14th, I've taken myself out to lunch, then I'm going to a museum, then I'm going to journal in a cafe, I'm going to buy myself flowers, and I'm going to buy myself a gift. Linking onto the plan, you're going to do something you never get to do. So this can't be some casual thing that you just do on the weekend with your friends. This is especially important if you normally get kind of sad around the Valentine's holiday. You need to build up as much anticipation and excitement for this holiday as you possibly can. You are going to change the narrative of being single on Valentine's Day from sad to amazing. So visit a new city, book yourself like a spa retreat. Spoil yourself. On my first Valentine's Day alone, I bought myself a Dior ring, not because I can casually afford that, because I definitely cannot, but I knew I would always wear it and there was a meaning behind it. I bought that as a promise ring to myself, as a symbol of the love I have for myself. Get cute with it. And lastly, destroy all expectations. What I mean by this is destroy this ideal and expectation we all have of finding our soulmate in our 20s. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, that does not mean you have failed. Therefore, being single on Valentine's Day is not a bad thing. You are prioritizing yourself. You haven't settled in a mediocre relationship, so pat on the back for you right now. Being single in your 20s is the new it girl thing to do, okay? Prioritize yourself, travel the world, achieve your dreams, and love will come when it's meant to.
I've had a boyfriend on Valentine's Day every year since I was 17. This is my first year being single, and I want to tell you what no one else tells you about being in a relationship on Valentine's Day. It is so much better to be single on this day than taken for granted, or in a relationship that's not healthy where you're not truly happy. I think for a lot of people, including myself, they use Valentine's Day as a 24-hour period where they can convince themselves that they're happy and that everything's okay, and they can post pictures that make it look that way. I dated a guy for 5 years, and every year on Valentine's Day, I would have to beg him to buy me flowers. I would have to beg him to take me to dinner. And then when he would, I would post it to make myself feel better, and no one would have any clue that I begged him to do those things. Here's a picture of me crying and ruining my makeup on Valentine's Day. It's better to be single than unhappy. This is just the day, I promise.
Listen, from this point on, I don't want to hear nothing from the self-love patrol about focusing on myself, loving myself, none of that. Not for Valentine's Day, not for any other couples-related moment. At this point, I've been doing the work. Where is my man?